Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pokemon Ruby. From the last time I checked, I think I have not played this since August of 2019. It is now March, pretty much the end of March of 2020. I basically rearranged a lot of stuff in August. I had a completely different setup, to which I said, well, I'm going to eventually get back to the way I had it. I'm going to plug in my HD PVR2 and I'm going to set this up so I can play this again. That flat out just never happened. So instead, I probably... I think I have one for this, right? No, I don't. There we go. I don't know if that's too far in, though. This is terrible. Alright, so welcome back everybody to some Pokemon Ruby. We're going to continue today with it. It's been a fair bit since I last played it, I think since August. So I just wanted to test it out a little bit yesterday when I was messing around. Because I'm kind of coming back to it almost completely fresh because I don't really remember what I did the last time when I played it in August of 2019. It is now March of 2020, basically the end of March. And if you're not familiar with what's going on, depending how long or how far off from now you watch this, you might want to consider looking online for what exactly was happening in the world in March 2020. For me, it's terminal laziness. For the rest of the world, it's something far worse. So I got plenty of time to play games, and it's pretty sweet because I get to do this intro every single time because it's going to be relevant pretty much all year. So that's going to be pretty cool. But besides that, there is one thing that I do need to do that I haven't done yet before we move on. Specifically, there's two things I need to do. Because, honestly, this game isn't ridiculous to beat. I just feel like there's a certain point where you kind of have to grind a ton to really make progress. And we're coming up on that portion. I wonder if I could just do this with Confusion. Unlike the Fire Red playthrough, I'm not going to try to catch every different kind of Pokemon. I think that would be a little bit too over the top. Not to mention that in general, I'm very, very far behind. I forget that you can't actually do this. You have to run around the other way anyway. But what we're going to do is we're going to do two things first. We're going to do the Safari Zone because there's one specific item I want to get from the Safari Zone. And then we're going to do Mount Pyre because I think I have not done it yet. And then after that, we will be basically free to explore IGN's favorite part of the game, which is the vast surfing portion of the game, which some people I've met really love it, some people I've met really hate it. It really just depends on how much you like water, I guess. And of course. So this is kind of going to be the sequel. Oh yeah, speaking of that, this is... I caught one Duskull, just because I like Duskull. That was like the one of the only things I did while I was just testing out the footage. Carbos. So the basic gist of the setup that I used to get this to work is pretty bootleg. Instead of using my HD PVR2 and a bunch of different capture softwares at once, I managed to get it down to the point where the HD PVR is just feeding into the Elgato, which looks good. It works with OBS because the HD PVR2 really does not like to work with OBS. Did I fight these two before? We should be fine. I don't think I did. Okay, never mind. What will happen, though, is you'll get desyncing of the audio and video. I think we might already have a little bit. Alright, so we'll begin. Start game one. Now I remember why I didn't do this. I don't remember where you get the Pokeblock case, actually. That actually kind of needs to be the first thing I do. Well, it doesn't need to be. I need to do it after Mount Pyre, then. I'm trying to think, where the hell do you get the Pokeblock case from? It must be from, like, some contest hall or something. And I'd rather not look it up, because that's going to take time and effort. And I literally started the recording. So let's not do that. So yeah, if we go down Route 122, we can actually get around to Mount Pyre, which only has an entrance on the south. That was actually a great surf right there, with no encounters. I don't think I bought any repels either. Yeah, I don't think I did. What's cool is I like Duskull. The only thing about it is that it doesn't really learn a ton of moves in this generation, which can get kind of annoying depending on what you want to do. Oh, I have Super Repel, so okay, we'll use that. Yeah, if you can kind of see it, there is some delay on it. I think we go out this way. This leads up the mountain. That is skill swap in this generation. I think. I forget what this is. The only thing I gotta get used to, too bad the bag is full, okay. The only thing I gotta get used to again is, wait. What are you holding? A soft sand? Yeah, okay, no, don't switch them. Let's just give this to Swalot. I don't think I've given it a water-type move, but I want to just take the max potion. And then if we check this tombstone over here, it's a max ether, but whatever. Kind of probably won't need a ether at all, a max ether. I could go back and get it. I can literally go back and get it for the, I could give someone the nugget or the rare candy, and they won't use it, they'll just hold it. But yeah, it's kind of a really bootleg setup, so every so often I might have to reset the video. It's basically the same issue I always have with my Elgato, which is kind of weird and kind of what I don't like about it, is it occasionally desyncs. But, oh well, not much I can do about that. That's like the one negative to using it, besides like directly recording everything off PC, but I don't know. It's not terrible. If I'm even really good at what I do, I could even cut it out. Zubat. I want Marshtomp to evolve. I don't remember any of the planning that I was doing anything. I forget everything I said and what I was going to do, and that's all gone in one ear, out the other. Wow. I'm going to put Marshtomp first. Actually, I don't think you get teleported off Mount Pyre. Actually, we'll just give this to someone. Give it to me. Done. We don't exactly have a great variety of TMs in this game. But that's kind of the usual for a lot of these older generations. Okay. I think there might be something around to the left. I'm not looking. It's probably nothing, honestly. Yeah, I can tell. It's like half a second of a slightly desynced audio. But yeah, other than that, I like the Fire Red playthrough. I think that's one of the things I really want to get back to. Is that, like, I moved everything around in my room, right? And I said I was going to get back to this playthrough and just never got back to it because I never hooked up anything because the new setup was actually worse than this setup. It's actually really kind of tragic. Did all that, and I'm still not done moving stuff in this room, but it is better than what it was before. So I'm at least a little bit happier with how it turned out. We're not up close to the window, you know, you won't hear the air conditioning as much. It's pretty nice. I like getting back to some of these old Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games that I can play. Oh, here we go. I have a whole long list of Game Boy Advance games and some Game Boy Color games I do want to play. So I am excited for that because I like a lot of these games. Needless to say. Alright, fully evolved. Marshtomp into Swampert. This will be good because I think we get a massive boost to ground power just because of the attack. I think Swampert gets a big attack boost even without the Gen 6 changes for Mega Evolution. We'll still use Surf. It kind of sucks in this generation, but I mean, you know, 4 times is worth it. Anyone else? Not gonna lie, like, most of my team is weak to ground. I probably said that before, too. Most of my team is weak to ground. To be fair, I have more Pokemon than I figured I would at this point, so it's not all terrible, I guess. Like, I've never taken a Swampert. I've almost never taken a Manectric. Do you fight him here? I don't think you do. And I left my console on again, by the way. Which is... That's basically what I always do at this point, is I leave my console on for games that have actual timers. And you, again, you've impeded our plans repeatedly, but this time you're too late. The blue orb that rested atop Mount Pyre, I maxi claim it as mine. Finally, I can realize my grand design. Come on, Clue, it's Slateport next. What's gonna happen? How could they take the blue orb? The blue orb and red orb must never be separated. They belong together. Fine, you take the remaining red orb. Please take after that foul man and get the other orb back. Okay, that's all you need to do here. Oops, that's... Y is select, I forget that. You. Yeah, you can fly off Mount Pyre. So I need to figure out where you get the Pokeblock case from. It might be Verdanturf, because that might be the first place that you're able to do a concert. Not a concert, a contest. I really hope I'm right. Pokeblocks, some berries. I don't remember where you do this. Only way if you're entering a contest. What's TM45? It's not Thief. I don't even remember. Contest, pick a Pokemon, where do you... Okay, whatever. Alright, it's not here. Unless you talk to the receptionist? I actually have no clue where you get this. Yes. Thank you. Does it come with a complimentary Pokeblock case? Because there's other things to do with the Pokeblocks. No. Okay. You can get the contest pass, but I don't really need it at this exact moment. It might not be here at all. Happy you bet I am. Okay, whatever. This is Wally's parents' house, or not his parents, it's his relatives who live more inland. Okay. I don't think she gives you anything. She just checks how much Pokemon like you. They used to give you... I think in Gen 4 they started giving out ribbons for more stuff. Alright, whatever. God damn it. I'm gonna have to look this up, because I flat out do not remember where this thing is. Which kind of annoys me. It might be in Slateport. I remember as a kid I always got it, and now I can't remember where the hell I find it. I know it's obviously given to you. Because there's a contest hall pretty much everywhere in Ruby and Sapphire. That was one of the things that they changed. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Pokeblock. It's the same guy. I think one of these has 3 other people around it. So you can get, like, the best Pokeblocks without actually having to partner with anyone. 2. Thank you. Okay, it is Slateport. I was right. I didn't have to look it up. Some random little girl gives it to you. Alright, so now that we have this, we can go to the Safari Zone. Believe it or not, this did have a purpose. For the record, I started streaming Leaf Green using this exact same setup. So this is actually taking place after the first Leaf Green stream, which was just to prove that this does work. And I got the audio to work without having the program open twice and all this other weird stuff. Can't escape. What? Oh, my speed sucks. Come on, let's go. I think Ghost-type Pokemon, it might not be this gen, but in one gen, they escape basically all the time if they're not afflicted by something. Okay. Now we can enter. Actually, I should save before this, but whatever. I know what I'm doing. There are some rare Pokemon to catch, like there's Pikachus. What we're doing, and you might already know this if you've played this game, is we're... Oh, oops. It's right here. Here we go. We're going for the Mach Bike area, because in the Mach Bike area, if I can remember how to do this, I cannot use this thing at all. If you surf across here... Oh my god, I am terrible at moving on this D-pad. It's really not as great as you'd think. Sure, whatever. Catching a Psyduck would be pretty lit, but it's not going to happen. I have the worst luck in the Safari Zone. I absolutely hate it. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, they just gave you rock and I think mud? Or rock and bait? One or the other. Here, you have to use your Pokeblocks, which is kind of annoying, honestly. No, of course not. And this is why I kind of don't like the Safari Zone, which is why they changed it in a lot of future games. They made it a bit easier, they made it a bit more accessible. Because here it's just luck. It's basically like Let's Go minus the shitty motion controls. There's no real tactics or planning, it's just luck. Like, Oranass, I think one cool thing that they did was they, okay, this is getting ridiculous. But it's not running. It must have a really low chance to run. But they changed, I think, to have normal battles in the new Hoenn Safari Zone, but they didn't keep the Emerald expansion because they really, really, really did not want to add stuff from Emerald into Oranass, besides, like, the outfit change for some reason. So really quickly, we'll do this. And hopefully this does not short out anything. Okay, good. Okay, no. Okay, it's fine. It's really kind of weird the way that they figured that one out. Good lord. Okay, I'm gonna give it another 2 Pokeballs. If this doesn't work, I'm leaving. I'm only here for this one item anyway. And there we go. Okay. It's kind of weird too because in Emerald, this is actually where I got my first shiny. Was a shiny Teddiursa. I still have it to this day. Alright, so now we get TM22, which you probably already can guess what I'm going to be using this for later. You probably already know. Sadly, there will probably never be a... Oh god, why is it worse? It's really weird. I didn't even know Rhyhorn was in this regional dex. That's interesting. Maybe it just naturally looks this bad, honestly. Oh, try that. You trust me, nothing is really happening at all. I know it's terrible, but there we go. It looks a bit better. And look, we come back and I caught it. Yeah, the Elgato HD60 Pro is kind of a very weird thing. It's probably my second favorite capture card, but it does do a lot. It just has really weird issues with OBS sometimes. Let's see what we can catch. I'm not coming back here. There is a section that requires the Acrobike, but there's like no reason for me really to come back here. So we'll just use up all the Safari balls. If I can remember where Pikachu is, that'll be pretty cool. Not that I'm going to use a Pikachu. Everyone wants to catch Pikachu. It's the mascot of the whole franchise. Thankfully, that was not Clefairy that got that honor. That'll be pretty weird. But, I mean, like, I don't know why Oranass didn't take everything that was in the originals. I think that would have been so much cooler. Like, the Battle Frontier was the obvious one, but it's stuff like the expanded Hoenn areas, the general plot. Like, I feel like remakes kind of could just, like, Heart Gold and Soul Silver took tons of stuff from Crystal, pretty much, and they added so much into it. It felt like we got shafted, but that's why I don't like modern Game Freak as much. I think they do a lot of very dumb stuff, and it's really culminated after Ultra, in my opinion. If you're not familiar with the lore between me and how I feel about Pokemon, there's literally no point in catching an Oddish here. No! I mashed out of reflex. Are we gonna legit catch it? Thank you. Okay, get me out of here. I legit mashed. It's second nature to me. It's the worst. I hate it. A Pinsir! Oh, now that's rare. But this thing is gonna flee, so forget it. So it's not happening in a million years. This is a rare spawn. But yeah, Pokeblocks have the same effect as bait, and I think Go Near has the same effect as rock. And this thing is a very low catch rate. I could probably waste the rest of my 8 balls in it. 1, no. Of course. This is why everyone loves the Safari Zone. I mean, I like the Gen 4 one. Dodrio. Sure. But finding a shiny here would legit be heartbreaking. Just like getting 3 rocks and then it breaks out. I remember when people used to say, like, mashing the B button increases your odds. How many Game Boys broke because of that? Alright, I have 5 Pokeballs left. I'm not wasting it on a Dodrio. But yeah, you could come here and basically spend a whole bunch of time looking for certain Pokemon. A lot of these Pokemon are later available in XD and Coliseum, probably because they're, you know, rare, probably because also encountering them is a chance. So like between all the games, oh, I didn't mean to do this. Between all the games in Gen 1, or I'm sorry, Gen 3, you can pretty much fill out most of the Pokedex if you're willing to play almost all of them. The only thing you'd have to do is play through a Kanto game once, and then play through the other, or just start it, get the other Pokemon, and then, you know. Because Entei, Raikou, Suicune all come from Coliseum, Mewtwo. You just can't get the usual mythicals. Which I think is annoying. You have to do like all this weird stuff. You can't even get Deoxys in this game. You can get Jirachi, but you can't get Deoxys. I think to get Deoxys, you need to have Emerald, Fire Red, or Leaf Green. But you can trade Deoxys to this game if you really wanted to. I think in this game it takes on its normal form. This game and Sapphire, because they still were doing the whole form based on whatever game it's in. Alright, I don't think we're gonna find a Pikachu here. Let's, shit, this is not the way out. I don't know how to get out of here. I think it's up and to the left. Is how I came in. They don't tell you how many steps you have either. That's the other thing. Shit, that up was a left, but I did weird sliding and it totally didn't do that. Oh, sweet. I didn't even know you could get back this way. Okay. Yeah, in Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think they added a step counter. I don't know if they have it in Emerald. Oh, look at this. We already get something new. Girafarig, a Gen 2 classic that so many people love. No. I don't put much stock in catching anything in the Safari Zone. And at this point, I don't really care, honestly. It's one of those modes that's just kind of like, whatever. It was a good usage of money, though. Like, if you were to farm the Elite Four, get your levels up and all that stuff. The Safari Zone is a good way to spend most of your money. I don't think we're going to find a Pikachu, but let's give it like 3 or 4 encounters. See if we catch it on a lucky Pokeball. Because getting a Pokemon in a Safari Ball is rare now. So let's see. Yeah, I think if you sort through all this... That's actually what I did on my Sapphire, which is why I won't overwrite that Sapphire save. That Sapphire save I've had since, like, the game came out, basically. It's actually pretty crazy how long I've had it. I mean, well, it's not crazy. You could literally calculate it. Does this game have working puddles, by the way? I think it does. I know Emerald has functioning puddles. Yeah, it does. That's a pretty sweet effect when you consider the hardware we're working with. Okay, that's not working. I don't remember. Alright, this is 1 or 2 more. See if we... Oh, shit! Well, now we get to him, or her, with only 1 ball. How heartbreaking. 1, 2, 3... Wow! Okay, I can live with that. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. That's some pretty good luck right there. But yeah. That's exactly why it's kind of worth coming back here time and time again just to mess around, you know, the usual. So, these are the 5 Pokemon we kind of caught. Naughty Nature's not the best. Comes knowing Thunderbolt, which isn't terrible, though. Pursued. Yeah. You're not exactly going to get a plethora of good moves out of this. But, look at 35 Tentacruel? What happened with that? Tailo. Yeah, we got some randoms. Caught an Abra as well. I don't know. What happened with that? Like, there's a lot of weird Pokemon I caught, I guess. Alright, so to save time, we'll just fly to Lily Cove. And now we will go down here. I think you could skip the final trainer battle against your rival. So, oh no, we have to go to Slateport first. I'm sorry. I always forget that there's a random trip to Slateport to progress the plot. It's literally only for plot. It serves no other purpose than plot. Here we go. Yes, indeed, we intend to move ahead with our exploration. Thank you for taking the time for your busy schedule. We hope we can interview you again. Woo! That was my first time to be filmed for TV. It was nerve-wracking. You're looking great. We made a huge discovery on our last seafloor exploration. We found an underwater cavern on Route 128. I think it's the habitat of a Pokemon that's said to have long been extinct. Or been long extinct, I'm sorry. Captain Sturt, I presume. We of Team Magma will assume control of your submarine. Your objections are meaningless. We expect your total cooperation. Just watch and learn what Team Magma has planned. What was that all about? It sounded like someone using a megaphone. Where did it come from? It's from the harbor, the submarine. They're trying to take it. I commiserate with you. All that effort you spent following me here all the way from Mount Pyre. But now no one can stop us. No one. Or will you follow us back to our hideout in Lily Cove City? Absolutely. Why? Why would Team Magma steal my Submarine Explorer? 1, they can't be after the slumbering Pokemon at the bottom of the sea, but even if I were to chase them, I don't stand a chance. Gee, I wonder what we have to do. Well, let's leave it to, like, a 11-year-old to figure out. Okay. Now we go to Lily Cove. But yeah, the only reason I, do you have to go up there to get down to the beach? I think you do, right? Or no, you don't. Yeah, you do. It's really weird, I think. But yeah, we could have the final battle against May. I hate doing this. This is... It takes some real skill to do this. 1 heart scale. That might actually be worthwhile. Honestly, should have sold the nugget, but I'm not going to enter the mart here. I'm gonna have to teach someone dive in order to get down there. Dive and strength. I might teach... Honestly, I could teach it to Swampert, but I kind of want to make my starter Pokemon an HM slave. That just kind of sits wrong with me. Yeah, sure. If I have to do some grinding at the end of the game, I'll do it. Aye! Suspicious character spotted. I did like what they changed in Emerald. I thought Emerald was a really nice game in the sense that they messed with some of the formula. Like, this is the Team Aqua hideout as it kind of should be, you know? Team Magma had a really cool new hideout. I did play through Emerald recently, and I'll probably play through it again in the near future. Because I really do like it. It is one of my more favorite Pokemon games. It's pretty fun. I don't know when Swablu evolves. It might be like level 40 or something. Never mind. I'm massively wrong again. These are just some evolution numbers I never memorized. We'll use Altaria probably. Because it's going to learn Dragon Claw at some point, which will make it very worthwhile to have. Not against Drake, though, just in general. Dragon Breath. Get rid of Fury Attack. I will say I do hate HMs. I like that in Orenass they got rid of HM. Like, Fly is basically worthless because you get Soaring. And I thought that was like one of the coolest things ever. It actually felt like, what was the thing called in Tales of Symphonia? The Reards? I think they're called Reards. I might be wrong. The Reards in Symphonia. I was like, oh, that's kind of like the same system almost, a little bit. Max Elixir, oh my god. Dire Hit, Escape Rope. I, like, can't give anyone else anything, really. It's kind of a waste to use a rare candy. I'd rather wait for Lairon to get to 41 and then use it to boost it. X attack will kind of be helpful. You're killing me here. I'm gonna toss the Dire Hit. I think, can you buy Dire Hits? I think you can. It's not that big of a deal. What I needed to do is I needed to go into the Pokemon Center and deposit some of this junk. Because again, in this game, this is the last generation with limited bag space. So until later they just set it differently. It's not 20 items. It's you have 0 of every item until you acquire it. Attract was the TM I got. Kind of want to delete Fly and teach it Aerial Ace. We have Ice Beam. Yeah, Focus Punch isn't exactly the best. Do not have a ground type. Warp Panels, the hideout's pride and joy. Fluster and tire out the enemy, then lower the boom. That's our plan. It's gonna be Numel. It's gonna be Numel and then Magnitude. Or maybe not, maybe I'm in luck. Why do you not know any rock types? Well, this is by definition almost a counter pick. It's a one-shot too. Alright, I think I can take off the experience share. You don't really get a lot of juicy experience in this generation from a lot of fights. Oh my god. I gotta do like some weird swapping, basically. So for instance, we'll swap the X attack. Experience share will be taken. We'll swap whatever he's holding. A Macho Brace, yeah, swap it. What were you holding before? I think it was the experience share, yeah, take the Macho Brace, whatever. There you go. Switcheroo. What we need to do is we need to get into that room over there. That's where you get the Master Ball. But I forget how to get into it. Keep watch over the hideout bores me. I'm really worried they're going to pull out some weird ground type, and then that's not going to be too fun. Yeah, and I didn't swap either. Let's see if we can get away with this. Okay, easy. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be. And I don't know why this reverted either. That's really weird. I'm never gonna remember to edit this either. I hate that. Okay. We'll fight another, sure. One shot on a critical. Okay, putting in work. Yeah, this is much better. Just have the experienced shareholder actually fight. It works like against the Elite Four, but it's again, I never really farmed the Elite Four in this game. It wasn't until literally Gen 4 I started like actually farming the Elite Four. Alright, now we get to everyone's favorite part. I think if you just do this, you solve the puzzle. No, you don't. Yeah, it's a one-way. Let's try the far one. Yes. Yeah, some of these are fake. They're Electrode, who I think knows self-destruct. So I think this is the only place in the game you can find Wild Electrode. Oh, nice. So that makes this kind of a rarity. Now, I'll say the same thing about Electrode I always say. Decent Pokemon, awful move pool. So it's kind of one of those Pokemon use at your own risk a little bit. Otherwise, it would be a pretty cool Pokemon to use. It just, you know, it has its flaws, namely a terrible move pool. Nice. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. If this thing doesn't explode... Can you paralyze electric types? I don't think you can. Maybe. I think that might be a thing they change later. I could be wrong. Thank you. We don't need to catch the other one. Okay. Oh, both of the front ones are Electrodes. Never mind. I thought it was only this one and the one in the corner. Alright. It's fainted. Does Electric resist? I don't think Electric resists this. It does. Never mind. But I did more damage with it, so, I mean, I guess it was for the better. And that's not good. Maybe it doesn't know self-destruct. Oh my lord. I'm gonna have to heal that too. Alright. Can we hit it with a mud slap for 20 power and not KO it? Absolutely not on a crit. It's another nugget. So I already know what to do with that. We, who did I give the nugget? Yeah, I gave it to you. Hold that. I'll deal with this when I get out of here before I leave for Lily Cove. This is kind of ridiculous. Thankfully, I don't think you can ever reach the cap of Pokeballs to hold. Okay, so the real exit is here. Never mind, I was horrifically wrong. Maybe that's the only way to go here. Yeah, maybe you don't do anything else. I might be wrong, actually. I think that's all you need to do with all these warps. Yeah. Now we, yeah, it's this. This is the right way. What is it? Super potions? I have soda pop, even better. Fight everyone. I'm just gonna fight everyone. Just because I need to get Pokemon evolved. I'm probably gonna end up grinding in Victory Road for a large chunk of time. Come back and beat the game. Fuck. Headbutt. I think ground resist steel. Oh, shit. It's like literally the worst case scenario. We're not tanking that. Wow, we actually did. Purely because it's not evolved. Zubat is not a threat, though. It's a good thing I healed, too. You might say, well, why would you? Because if I'm facing stuff like Zubats like that, I don't really need to heal. That's almost kind of a waste. But because I don't know what I'm going to be actually fighting, I'd rather just, rather heal it off. Soda Pop, once again, being the most clutch item you can use in this game. What is it? It costs as much as a normal potion. This guy is completely short-sighted. It costs as much as, I think, a normal potion, or just slightly over, but heals more than a super. Needless to say, if you're willing to spend like half an hour mashing out buttons, it pretty much gives you the biggest bang for your buck. Like, you can't really hate on it. I think at Gen 4, you can get a Head Smash Aggron. Right? Because if you breed it with a Cornidos as the father, I think I have one in my Heart Gold. It's actually a really good setup because you don't take that monstrous recoil damage. Wow. These crits are getting ridiculous. You know luck is going to pay me back for that. I think Maxie only has one ground type, honestly. Flinch. So just mash headbutt the fight. You get like no money for beating them. It's a submarine at the far end. Yeah, we know. We could fight him. We won't. Nest Ball. This is this is the literal green green teardrop. Master Ball is quite literally a legendary. Here we go. He only notices you once? Oh, shit. What happens if I leave? Does he do that again? I've never done this, actually. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually awesome. They almost never do stuff like that in this game. Now, here, already did you? We underestimated you, but this is it. I'm a cut above the grunts you've seen so far. I'm not stalling for time. I'm going to pulverize you. Says the... I hate these assholes. He does that a lot, by the way. Okay. He's constantly doing that, at least like once a day. So, big ups to Motorcycle Man. Literally driving up and down the avenue like an asshole. Almost 34. Alright, see, Camerupt, I'm not even going to pretend to contest Camerupt. Kind of wanted to get a Whiscash, honestly. It's Fire Ground. Yeah, even if it was Fire Rock, Surf is better. You don't even have to pretend to fight him. You think his last Pokemon is Mightyena? Yeah, okay. She learns what, like maybe 2 dark type attacks by level up in this generation? Critical. For no reason, by the way, just another crit. Okay. Really? While I was toying with you, our boss got through his preparations. Boss has already gone his way to some cave under the sea. Yeah, here we go. So this just takes us out. We don't really need to worry about it. So now the Whalmer Tamer is going to let us by, which lets us go to Moss Deep, which lets us go to probably everybody's favorite gym battle in this game. In my opinion, it's probably one of the least fun gym battles in this game. Just because of bullshit, honestly. I really don't like it. That's pretty much the only reason we're stopping by Moss Deep. We could go to Shoal Cave, however, based on whatever time I set the in-game clock to at the start of this playthrough, because the battery is dead, we will not be able to do the whole tide rising and setting thing. This is the last generation where they had the batteries in the cartridge because of this reason. Also because they die and you can't replace them easily. And if you do, I think it still wipes your save data. So, after this in Gen 4, they switched to the DS's time. Because the DS can recharge. And I don't need to really explain this. If you're older than the age of 10, you probably damn near remember this, so... It just sucks that unfortunately we won't really be able to get into Shoal Cave or do anything. Black Glass is probably for Bite, right? He doesn't even know Bite. Alright, what I need to do is I need to start item management. Deposit. Let's get rid of the Max Ether. Let's get rid of the Max Elixir. Let's hide the Rare Candy. Hide both Nuggets. We really don't hold a lot in this generation. I probably should just throw out there. It's like 20 items, I think. Maybe 25. Water. Black Glasses. Nacho Brace. I think that's all I can hold. That's all I need to take off anyway. Oh, you can't deposit items directly in this game. Oops. You know what? Fuck it. I forget what I was doing this for when I last played. I'm just gonna teach Thief to main that trick. I don't care. Does he learn Crunch? Maybe. Probably. I don't remember. Actually, no. Let me not do this. Well... wouldn't be terrible, and it would also go off its special stat. I'm not gonna do it, though. Not yet. I think he learns Bite or Crunch, maybe. I don't really think we need to stress this too much. I swear I'm used to it. They don't even let you do this anymore, deposit items. Since they changed the bag, that's not even an option anymore in computers. Yeah, we'll just do the gym. I don't think there's any prerequisite to doing it. It's just, the only prerequisite is being annoyed, basically. Because I'm pretty sure you have to do everything in this gym. I think that might reset it, I don't know. So we'll fight the trainers, we'll do whatever. In this generation, I think in every generation, Psychic is not good against Steel. So I'm at an advantage here. Now this would be super, super effective. If we were in the modern era. I guess the only thing I have going for me is that most of these Pokemon are going to have low defense stats, which is going to make them easy to bully. Except maybe there's like a Meditite in here somewhere. She might have it. I think she's a battle girl? No. There might be a Meditite somewhere. Future Sight, that's not going to really hurt. I think Future Sight checks your stat, your typing. The battle might legitimately be over by then, though. I gotta get an HM Slave, because I don't want to teach Dive to Marshtomp. Marshtomp, Swampert. I don't want to teach it to that. You got a lot of water TMs and HMs in this game. Okay. This is actually very good, because I think their Pokemon are like high 30s. They're like high 30s, maybe low 40s, I think. I probably should get more than one Revive. I think that's what I honestly should do. But I'm not going to back out to do it. That's a Ghost type move. Come on. It's just spamming the near overpowered Ghost type move, I guess. And excellent. Just use... I don't think I'll be stuck in a heal loop. No, I might be. This is gonna be... No, I won't be. She used Future Sight. That's fine. Thankfully, that move can never crit. Okay. There we go. There's also a switch here. That guy turns you only on the orange tiles. That's pretty cool. I think there's 3, maybe 4 switches to hit. I might be wrong, though. But once you do it, like, entering from there basically pushes you to the end. That's actually you don't really see a lot of Pokemon use Wish. I might leave to restore my Iron Tails, because I think I do need to get Iron Tails. Kinda really wish that you could just buy Ethers. I don't know why in Pokemon they don't let you do that. Excellent. I mean, I guess now I'm feeling the heat. Made like 3 or 4 Pokemon flinch before. Iron Tail actually doesn't have a perfect accuracy rating, so it's pretty good. I've only missed once. It just happened that the one time I missed, it was like a... It was kind of like a clutch miss, almost. Roleplay? Oh, okay. So it's a good thing I didn't bother to try to use Iron Tail, because it wouldn't have one-shot. Oh, come on. Now, Metal Claw has an even smaller chance of missing. You know, he roleplayed probably the worst ability to pair with Recover. I have to hit twice in a row. Or he's not going to use it. Never mind. He could have actually stalled this out a lot longer. I'm very grateful for the AI for not stalling this out super long. Okay. I think you have to go here first. Maybe? Maybe not. Yeah, here we go. If you don't do that, you can't... You get all the way and then you don't get to do anything. Well, I should have fought that other guy. Oh, well. Might as well leave. I don't think leaving resets. If it does, then I'll fight him. If it doesn't, then I won't. I think there might be like a few things to grab in Moss Deep City. The, I forget where the move tutor is in this game. He might be here in Moss Deep. I can't remember. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. I never really use him anyway. There we go. Let's see if it resets. It might. Yes, it does. I had a feeling it did too. Can you do this? Yes, okay. Interacting from the side is kind of a rarity. So I won't do the last switch there. I'm going to fight the other people so I can get the maximum amount of experience. I think if I go up here, I can at least fight this person. I'm going to have to come this way anyway, though. Because when I fight the other lady, I'm going to have to exit out this way. That was easy. So much experience to evolve just into Aggron. Oh, shit. I've never seen a Kadabra use roleplay before. Why didn't it take Sturdy? That's weird, actually. I don't know why it didn't do that. Sturdy, it protects against one-hit kills, right? Or by one-hit KO move... Do they only mean one-hit KO moves, or being one-hit KO'd by a move? I don't know. I don't know why that didn't take effect, actually. Is it at the end of the turn it applies it? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not even going to pretend to know. Yeah. Honestly, this is the easiest format of this gym. I forget what the Orin Ass format is, but they changed this gym pretty much in every iteration of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. In the remakes, it's a completely separate and different gym, I think, where you float along, like, it's to match, like, the celestial theme of Lunatone and Solrock. And in Emerald, they changed it where I think you're, like, rotating objects and rotating people and trainers and stuff. I guess people really didn't like this, or they just really thought they could improve it. This is probably the most straightforward version of this gym, though. For better or for worse. I mean, maybe if we're lucky, we might actually get all the way and get it to, like, 40-something. That was actually a nice critical. Using the weaker of two moves as well. Okay. Alright, so now... We go all the way back around and do everything, I think, right? I don't think I flipped the switch. Oh, crap. Yeah, once you do that other one, you have to go back around. Okay, my bad. You have to go to the right first, and then it takes you around the correct way. Oh, no. It's this way. I'm sorry. Even in my head, I was kind of like... I felt like I'd already flipped it, but I forgot that I'd left the actual room. No, it turns you after going on those platforms, I guess. Alright, we'll save. They each have something different to say, which is pretty cool. Which you can only see once, unless you reset. I think it's a cool gem. It's also, I think, one of the only gyms in Pokemon history to be a double battle. And they won't challenge if you only have one Pokemon, so you have to come in here with at least 2 Pokemon. Are you surprised? Are you surprised that there are 2 gym leaders? We're twins! We don't need to talk because we can each determine what the other is thinking all in our minds. This combination of ours, can you beat it? This gym, in my experience, is either a pushover, where they don't do anything effective, or incredibly difficult. I don't think in this generation Surf hits your teammate. If I'm wrong, I'm in deep shit. I might very well be wrong. Oh, Christ. I don't think it does it? No damage. Yeah, it doesn't. In Gen 4, they changed that. Nice, good shit. Does this thing know Solar Beam? I'm swapping out. I'm very paranoid right now. Which kind of sucks, because I don't really have anyone to swap to, is the problem. Of course. I think in-game it's one person. They're literally, it's like they're literally joined at the hip. That's not good. The game treats them as if they're one person. I think they have other Pokemon in Emerald too. It's not just flat. Oh, come on. Is that effective? No. Yes! Oh my lord. This is exactly the problem with this fight. The longer that you don't get to KO 1, the worse off you are. It just becomes... It spirals the fuck out of control. Especially since none of my Pokemon are particularly fast. I can't do anything this turn. Good lord. I'm gonna probably need to swap Swampert out because... Or no, never mind, they'll just do it for me. Trace Levitate. He does know Solar Beam. I knew it. This is kind of not a great setup. Confuse. I don't know. I think honestly just trying to spam Psychic would be for the best. Dude, this is fucking ridiculous. Unbelievable. All I need is just like for one turn. Just can you not? I'm like 80% certain he's going to put up Sunny Day again. So I'll just heal. probably put Manectric in next, so maybe I can pair... Dude, this is ridiculous. It's like a 60 accuracy move in this generation, by the way. 60 accuracy, and it doesn't miss. I don't care if he uses that. Not too much. He's just kind of running support. See, their Pokemon aren't very intimidating. They just do really weird setups. And you can't really... If you don't get your first turn, like, perfectly, they basically run wild on you. It's not fun at all. It's really rough. Okay, let's swap. I don't think they even know Rock-type moves, honestly. So maybe I could have put in Altaria. It's a KO? Well, you could have fooled me. Alright, we're gonna paralyze this thing. Guaranteed. Trying not to blow my revive, but honestly I might have to. I don't know if I have much of a choice. Barely any damage. You know why? Because we need to use physical moves. Oh my lord, it's ridiculous. Alright, I'm gonna probably revive Swampert before I'm completely screwed. Actually, I probably don't need to. This is the one gym in this game that actually kind of makes me feel weird. Because they really do damage, and I'm kind of not... Oh, no, we're not. This is not happening. Because we kind of let him boost up a little too much. Shit. I'm gonna bring back Lairon. Because there's nothing stopping. Because at least he has resistance. He has, I think, maybe ×2 or ×4 resistance. It's okay, we just body block with Swalot. As long as he does not crit, we should win this. That's a tall order. As long as I don't miss the 2 or 3 turns I have here, this should be an easy wrap-up. Thank you. He didn't boost his defense, so that was easy. Our combination was shattered. It can't be helped. Take this. Thank you. They are definitely not a very fun duo to fight. Badge enhances. Yeah, back when they used to do that stuff. Where do you get dive from, actually? Oh, mind. Okay. I actually need to figure out where you get dive from. Because that's like the next leg of the entirety of the game, is to use dive. I'm trying to think, actually. Where the hell do you get it from? I think it's on Moss Deep. I don't think you have to really go anywhere to find dive. It might be like one of these houses. Okay, this guy will remind you where your secret base is if you forget. Oh, here we go. This is my place. It's a little embarrassing how empty it is. Alright, that was very quick. using surf, you can dive. Some places it won't be possible for you to surface. Thank you, Steven. Now, I could just teach it to Swampert, and then we could forget it once we're done, because I don't think you need to dive after you're done with this portion of the game, or at least if we do, we won't need to bring our best Pokemon. So there is an argument here to be made to teach it dive. We also are going to need Rock Smash, as well as... Oh, okay, my phone finished charging. We're going to need Rock Smash as well as Strength when we get down there. It's like a full-on dungeon type of area. So we'll just teach it to Swampert, I guess. Why not? We can get rid of Mudslap. I don't really feel like swapping in some random Pokemon I'm never going to use. And I think this is the ultimate irony, is that Swampert is a great starter, and it's also an amazing HM slave. Sharply... This isn't a terrible move, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Just for the sake of the playthrough. Well, let's get on with this. This is why they got rid of HMs, which is honestly, I've never been more grateful for it. Because HMs... Yeah, here we go, perfect. HMs just take up move slots, and since you can't delete them, even though you could relearn them infinitely, it really gets annoying. You basically have to trash good, otherwise perfect Pokemon with bad moves. Maybe buy some full heals. Definitely buy some revives. X attack. I'm trying to think when we'll need X attacks. Just a couple extra Hyper Balls. Hyper Balls, I'm sorry. Well, Ultra Balls. X attack, maybe. Some X defends. I'm trying to think of what we'll need them for. Maybe like on Drake or someone. That'll be good. We'll just stim the shit out of our Pokemon, and that way they won't be able to hurt us too much without critting. Which, you know, the game will crit. I've played Pokemon long enough. What am I looking for? Well, I know what I'm looking for down here. You have to switch with items? Well, that's terrible. That's awful. Super Repel. Super Repels, I think, are more worthwhile to buy than Max. I think they're more cost efficient, is what I read once. Alright, it's not here. It's not yet. I think we gotta go on to the next route. I think it's right here. No, crap. It's another one that looks just like this formation. It might be this one over here. Yeah, it is. Okay. My memory is a little bit hazy. Here we go. Submarine Explorer 1. There's actually a lot of cool stuff to find while diving. Some rare Pokemon, Relicanth, and stuff like that. It's actually pretty interesting. Yeah. Activate Strength. Probably should use another Repel. I forget exactly how to get through this area. It's kind of a maze and it kind of loops on itself, which is kind of weird because the geography does just is all over the place. Yeah, if we only use Lairon, we should be able to evolve him. Numel? Oh no. Oh no. Help, please! Earthquake! Yeah, I had a feeling. Very narrowly not a one-shot. Very narrowly. Oh my god, it survived. I wasn't guaranteed to knock it out on that. Protect? No, forget it. I legitimately thought I was guaranteed to KO it there. Good lord. Save, I guess. I think you go forward. I don't know what is in the room behind me, though. Up here. And might as well use this again. Submarine, it's tiny it's tiny inside. I almost said tiny invisible. It's tiny inside. Oh, fuck no. We're not at the point now where we can mess around and we can do this all day and every day. Like, my team is cool, but we don't exactly have a great move selection and a great type variety here. Probably just gonna rely on, like, maybe 3 Pokemon to get us through the Elite Four. They don't level up in this game. It wasn't until Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think, where the Elite Four get alternate versions of themselves, where they're more powerful and stronger. Once you get I think Fire Red and Leaf Green have the part 2, and I didn't actually fight them in the playthrough I did, but they do exist. Alright, this is everyone's favorite room. I think you have to leave via this way first. Oh, it was a big loop! I was 100% right. It is just a big loop. That's like if you fail, I guess you end up there. And then you don't have to go that way. It might also be whichever way you enter this room, you can get to only one of the 2 exits. Yeah, see, now I can't go that way. Oh boy. It's because you can't really see where you're going. Oh, okay, here we go. That's the exit. Like, where does it even dump me to? It's like, it dumps you to, like, an invisible room between those 2 doors, and that's where you get dropped off. Oh, man, I remember this. This is... I remember struggling with it. I remember the way to solve it. I remember, like, being lost here, because it makes, like, very little sense. You have to, like, understand it's a puzzle. Like, it's not as straightforward as every other area. I'm pretty sure you can do this. So you don't go that way. Whatever. There we go. And imagine this with no repels, because I used to play Pokemon and not bring repels. I was like, oh, think of all the Pokemon I could catch, and, you know. There's only one thing you can do here. This is the right way, because that's Courtney. We have to fight Courtney. Honestly, I don't necessarily want to lead with Lairon, but I will. Payback for what happened at the Weather Institute. Here we go. That's her first Pokemon, of course. I knew she had a camera up. I just thought she'd start with, like, Mighty Enid or something. Whatever. I don't have anything really to say to that. Yeah, Rock Slide. If you actually stick with Camerupt, it becomes a really good Pokemon. Just, it's really slow, and that's probably the worst part about it, is it's slow, and it has a 4 times, and it has a bunch of 2 times as well. Yeah, she does have it, she just deploys them in reverse order. That's the secret of the fight, she does everything in reverse. Critical. Ouch! You fight... What's his name here? Oh, my favorite. Is it really my favorite? I don't remember how to do this. I forget if you push the inner first or the outer. Shit. I think it has to be the inner, right? God damn it! That's not how you do it. Oh no, wait. I'm right. You can hear a random Zubat. Big ups. This is Earthquake. This is actually really good. I think you do fight him here, actually. And I'll lead with Swampert, because I know I can roll basically all of his dangerous Pokemon with Swampert. No point in even messing around, really. Hold it right there. Foo-foo-foo, so it was you after all. Behold, see how beautiful it is, the sleeping form of the ancient Pokemon Groudon. I have waited so long for this day to come. It surprises me how you managed to chase me here, but that's all over now. For the realization of my dream, you must disappear now. And needless to say, if you lose here, you gotta take a long ride all the way back. Yeah, see, now he leads with it. They usually lead with the Mighty Enas. I don't know why, for some reason, it, oh no. This is where having Blaziken is so much more fun. Because you can completely play around the fact that you move faster. Lucky one-shot? Not even a hope. He really healed that. I should have gotten rid of the confusion then. Yeah. I need to stop trying to push through confusion. Okay, he's not doing a ton. He's gonna max out my attack stat, but it's working against me, and I already moved. What is it, 50-50? Of course not. I'm probably dead. In later gens, that actually would not be a waste. He's just going to use it next turn. Honestly, going into this fight holding a person would probably be the best thing ever. Excellent. So all that was a complete waste of time. Absolutely. Camera up, of course. Bring him right back out. To be fair, if you bring Blaziken, you kind of still do decently in the Tate and Liza fight, but if you get hit by Psychic, it's pretty much you have to funnel healing into it. That fight is really difficult no matter who you choose, because they know Flamethrower, they know Sunny Day, and they know Psychic, so pretty much no starter is really going to help you. What did he say he was bringing out? Now that I actually think about that fight, like, in general, nothing really helps you with it. Without Lairon, I would have been in some real trouble. Who I'm now going to bring out. And this is exactly why I'm going to bring him out. That at least hits special defense. So, I mean, he's just going to spam that. Because my special defense on Lairon is not good. Oh, you super potioning fuck. Don't flinch, please. And don't miss the two awful things that can happen at this exact moment. Very nice. I got 3 more levels to go. Menjo, I must recognize that you are truly gifted, but I have this in my possession. With this blue orb, I can make Groudon. Blue orb suddenly began shining by itself. And it leaves. What? I didn't do anything. Why did the blue orb? Where did Groudon go? It's a message from our members outside. Yes, what is it? The sun is burning brightly. Good, that should have happened. That's why we awakened Groudon, to realize Team Magma's vision of expanding the world's landmass. What? It's far hotter than we envisioned? It's so hot it's dangerous? That can't be. That's just not possible. Hold your position and monitor the situation. There's something wrong. The blue orb is supposed to awaken and control Groudon. But why? Why did Groudon disappear? Why? What have you wrought? Finally awoken Groudon, haven't you? What will happen to the world if this sunshine continues for all eternity? The world's seas will all dry up and disappear. What are you saying? The blue orb should let me control Groudon. That can't be possible. We don't have time to argue about it here. Get outside and see for yourself. See if what you've wrought is the world you've desired. Okay, come on. You have to get out of here too. It's a free teleport. This is actually why I like the Ruby versions better. You get this nice, ominous music. What happened? What is this wretched scene? Did I make a horrible mistake? I only wanted... Do you understand now, Maxie? Do you finally see how disastrous your dream turned out to be? We have to hurry. We have to do something before the situation goes completely out of control. How can we, Team Aqua, have been pursuing Team Magma to prevent this from happening? I've been very helpful. I fear the worst has happened. It's gone too far for a child like you to manage. Leave things to us and get out of here while you still can. This defies belief. A super ancient Pokemon. Its power is unbelievable. It has upset the balance of nature. What is happening? This is terrible. If this doesn't stop, all of Hoenn know the whole world will be parched. Because of this calamity, the blazing sun is in the sky above Sootopolis. Well, in the world is taking place there. There's no point arguing here. Sootopolis should provide answers. Don't do anything reckless, yes. Gee, I wonder where we have to go now. Actually, I need to remember how to get to it. And this music, it overwrites everything else, which is why I like this portion of the game. Heal, I guess. Actually, I think you get to heal in Sootopolis, so maybe that was unnecessary. But, whatever, too late. And in fact... Oh shit, I might have made a mistake. It's not this way. Never mind. If it's weird, it's only on this route, which it's not like all of Hoenn. It's only here and a couple other places, I think, have this. Oh, no. Lady, the sun. Whatever. Oh, shit, Staryu? Yeah, wow, this regional dex has a lot of Kanto Pokemon. But if you import some other Kanto Pokemon you can't get in this game, they have awful sprites. I really think they just threw them in last minute, and we're just like, yeah, whatever. Whatever works. And I don't kind of blame them for it, because I don't think at the time they anticipated some of those Pokemon ever coming back. I used the Super Repel, right? I'm like 80% certain I did. If not, I'm getting really good RNG, and I never have good luck, so I know I used it. That was actually pretty lucky. There we go. If you have repels, this is very quick. If you don't have repels, you're not going to have a fun time. Okay. I think you come over here. That was almost like a perfect way to end the repel. No, the Poké Center's on the other side, actually. Oh, fuck. Can you hear what my friend has to say? My name is Wallace. I'm this town's gym leader. I've also been entrusted with protection of the Cave of Origin. This sunshine is caused by a power emanating from the Cave of Origin. That is the red orb I see. Follow me. This sunlight. People in Pokemon need sunlight to live, but why does this sun fill us with so much dread? The blazing sun over Sootopolis is intensifying. Soon all of Hoenn will be under its withering glare. If that were to happen... I thought you could reach this from the other side, but you can't. You must go together with your red orb. Okay. Can you fly once you enter a city? Or is it when you get to the Pokemon? Yeah, you can. Wow, okay. I actually did not know that you could do this. I thought you always had to get into the Pokemon Center. Because I gotta do one quick thing here to do what I kind of want to do, which I probably won't be able to do. And you'll see in a minute. Well, first off, I think we could say goodbye to Swalot for a little bit. I'm so stupid. Go back in. I always forget. I played too many of the later gens. You have to access the item storage. Oh shit, there's a Thunderstone in here? Okay, nice. I didn't mean to take out the black glasses. We'll put the heart scale in. We'll put the black glasses in. We'll give Swampert the Mystic Water. It's really all I kind of need to do. Only other thing to do maybe is to buy some extra healing items. I'm trying to not use the Master Ball on Groudon. That's my goal here, is I don't want to use the Master Ball. Obviously, if I can't catch him in a reasonable amount of time, then I'm just gonna, you know, do the usual and just throw the Master Ball and whatever. I guess we're not catching Latios. But ideally, I don't want to do that. That is my goal. Okay, let's begin. Are there wild encounters in here? I think there are. Maybe. It doesn't matter if there are. Fuck. Yes, there are. I will be using vigorous amounts of repels. That might be like one of the last things I need to buy before the Elite Four. More repels. Okay, somewhere in here, there's the TM for Waterfall, which is why you can't miss it, because you actually need it. It might be on the later floor, I think. In Emerald, you do not need to use Flash. In this game, you do. I think in Emerald, this is also not as long. I think it's on this floor. Maybe? It's on one of these floors, and there it is. It's on one of these floors in the darkness. You need to find it. Yeah, the last floor is illuminated. Alright. Oops. I almost never backed out of the save menu like that. I was mashing B absentmindedly. Alright. The red orb suddenly began glowing. Where's Kyogre? No one knows. No one cares. Probably should have saved the one tile before activating the encounter. He might already know Solar Beam. I forget if he does. If he does, this is not going to be fun in the slightest. Yeah, just slash. Oh my lord. This is actually good because I'll be able to waste... I don't think Drought is eternal in this generation. He doesn't have a... He might have Rest as well, which also would not be fun. Fire Blast, that's fine. That I can deal with. I only even did that much because of the sunlight. No, I'm underwater, not underground. Yes, it's kind of a nitpick, but it's awesome. It's an awesome nitpick. Alright, this turn I do need to heal. I've caught him before without using any special stuff. It's not fun. It is like the old style of catching legendaries is very ridiculous. Until like Gen like maybe 6, catching legendaries was kind of a real pain in the ass. So what does he know? He knows Bulk Up, Fire Blast, Slash, and Earthquake. So he doesn't know Solar Beam. And by the way, this is one of those legendaries that if you defeat it, it doesn't come back. I'm pretty sure that's how every legendary was, except until maybe Emerald. Maybe Rayquaza and the other two Weather Trio members might come back if you defeat them. Maybe. I might be wrong about that. But I'm willing to bet on it. A little, not too much. I know in Gen 4 it became standard that if you defeat a legendary, it comes back. But not until then, really. And in Gen 5, it was mandatory you catch legendaries, unless your box was full. They really want you to catch legendaries. They really upped how nice they are about giving people legendaries in Pokemon. We're actually lucky the burn hasn't happened. Maybe this weather is eternal, too. Yeah, as long as he's out on the field, it is. It's Gen 5 where it doesn't matter who brings in the weather. It's always there. Until changed. Okay, we're gonna not have fun now. Alright, let it begin. It's also part of the reason why they started having legendaries have high catch rates, because it gets a little bit brutal sometimes. Especially when they're, you know, powerful. Like this. Not even a single rock. No, that slash is gonna hurt. That might be a one hit. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. But then that just makes catching Latios all the more annoying, honestly. Alright, this is like the best chance I have to catch this thing, honestly. Sleep's multiplier is really high, but what's going to happen is exactly what I know is going to happen. It's going to take maybe 2 balls and break out of both and wake up. And that's not going to be fun at all. That's decent. Oh yeah, it's asleep. I don't know why I did that. I like panic hit 2 different buttons. Yep, here we go. I knew exactly what was gonna happen. It's so crazy. And it's supposed to be luck-based. That's not gonna do anything. That's gonna miss. It's pretty much the only move that's dangerous is Slash. That's like the only thing he can really do that's like really... Oh, could you please, for once? Can't go any higher. 3 times in a row. 55 accuracy. So we're 2 for 5 on hitting this. Two for 5, and then I think what is Sleep? Like 1 to 5 turns, 1 to 6. So still kind of not doing great odds. We'll never do good odds again. That first Pokeball throw is probably going to be the best one we're going to have on this reset. Or well, this run. You haven't reset yet. All this, and we're going to get a shit nature too. Oh, wait. Wow! I spoke too soon. We've had some good catch rates this time where it actually mattered. Coming in with the clutch. Groudon has long been described in mythology as a Pokemon that raised the lands and expanded continents. This Pokemon took to sleep after a cataclysmic battle with Kyogre. Done. Adamant Nature? Dude, am I playing a modded cart, like, for real? He chose not to use Slash, he just bulked up a whole bunch, and that was it. He was like, alright, cool, I don't care. And then we get an Adamant Nature. I'm getting good natures for a lot of these Pokemon lately. It's really kind of crazy. It really is. It's insanity to think of how good of a luck that is. Oh, you can't use that? Why can't you use Teleport? Do you have to actually walk out of the Cave of Origin? Please, D-pad. Thank you. Good lord. Yeah, you can use an escape rope, but not teleport. Figure that out. Okay. So what you can do now... Now you can teleport. Not that I've ever used teleport that often, I just know what it would do. So basically, to summarize what's going to happen, the rest of the game is pretty much Groudon carrying us. Now that said... I didn't get the Miracle Seed. I don't know where it is. But what we will do is, instead of giving Groudon the Miracle Seed, we'll give him the Soft Sand. And for the most part, we can kind of just use Groudon to steamroll more or less everything. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to teach him Solar Beam. He comes with Earthquake, so I don't even need to teach him that. Bulk up would be good if it increased special defense. I mean, it's still not terrible. Yeah, we give her a slash, it's fine. I forget if he learns any other moves. No Precipice Blades, by the way, which would be cool. I think that's one of the coolest moves they ever added. Mega, or Primal Groudon is one of the coolest Pokemon ever. We owe it all to you. The sky above Sootopolis has returned to normal. For that, Wallace sends his thanks too, and that same Wallace is waiting for you inside. He's strong, but the way you are now, you should be on equal footing. Give it your best shot. Alright. As long as my D-pad does not screw me over royally, I should be able to do this no problem. That almost threw me off. Alright, this next one, sometimes I do it perfectly, and sometimes I mess it up. Okay, I think I got it. There's a couple of different ways to do this, I think. So, I mean, by doing this, you can skip all the trainers, like if it was Blaine's gym. But, I mean, obviously, if you skip all the trainers, you don't get any of the loot. Or any of the experience, I should say, not loot. So, I'll save. If I can't do this, then I'll battle. I'm gonna try to push the shit out of Groudon here. Show me the power you will with your Pokemon. I think he has a Walrein or something. Yes, in Emerald he became the champion. I like that remix that they did. I think it was pretty cool, honestly. And we're faster, too. The only thing is our Solar Beams won't be super powerful. They'll just be decent because of our level. Whiscash. So we're basically using the sunlight as a shield. Any water-type move that comes our way is automatically going to be 50% weaker. That's a guarantee. I already know that. Celio. We might have some trouble with Celio. I forget if ice resists grass. I don't think it does. I also want to go see what moves I can teach. Yeah, it doesn't. I want to see what moves I can teach Groudon, if it knows anything from when it was a lower level. Sea King. With Kyogre, this is a bit easier. It's about roughly the same. Instead of using Solar Beam, you just use Thunder, because Kyogre can learn Thunder. And that, in and of itself, is just another good setup. Wow, it actually survived. Oh, and that's not good? That's not good at all. Alright, I'm gonna call his bluff here. If he heals, I'm swapping. Okay, I'm swapping back in. What is he gonna do? Constantly change the weather? That's not gonna work. I'm higher level. I'm actually disgusted that a gym leader tried to do that. Like, really? Alright, let's see if I can get away with this. I forget if this thing has Swift Swim or not. This is a complete risk move I probably don't need to make. So let me not make it, actually. Fuck it. What is he gonna do? He's not gonna Horn Drill this turn. If he does, then the AI is either is reading my shit. Yeah, he's gonna heal again. I probably should try to hit it normally, just once. Okay. Maybe twice, actually. To guarantee confirm it. No. Jackass. And honestly, I could beat him, but I'm not taking the chance Horn Drill hits. In fact, he's probably going to go for it this turn anyway. See? Read like a damn book. We'll have 4 power points for Melodic. Should probably be enough. I don't think it knows Ring Dance. This definitely won't kill it, though. It might know Ice Beam. Absolutely. I knew it. Alright, we can kind of tank it. I wonder if Earthquake will kill it, though. Perfect. Why even risk it? I realize now your authenticity and magnificence as a Pokemon trainer. You prove yourself worthy of the Rain Badge. Accept it. I do feel kind of bad we skipped all the trainers that could have given decent experience, but, I mean, the amount of progress we're making in basically like one recording session is pretty good. It's Water Pulse. Where is the move deleter in this game? I don't remember where all these people are. It annoys me so much. Because now that we've done this, the only thing left to do is to go to Evergrande. Which is, it requires us to use Surf. So the deleter is in Lily Cove. I remember that much. I don't remember where the move tutor is. Oh, crap. Heart Scale. Who is it in Moss Deep? I gotta fly around a bit. There is some stuff that we can do. For instance, now we can catch a Bagon. Oh, you still wait here, huh? Yeah, maybe we'll fight her. I wonder if you beat the game if she's still sitting there until you actually beat her there. It might just be a way to not let you go shopping in the Lily Cove place. But for instance, now that we have the ability to use Waterfall, we can go catch a Bagon if you really wanted to. Unless someone's blocking that cave. Someone might be, but I could be wrong. I don't think it's a post-game thing. Swampert. Don't forget Dive. Once again, Swampert. Forget Strength. Do we need to forget Surf? You know what? No, it doesn't matter, because if I'm to import these Pokemon forward anyway, I kind of have to delete these moves later anyway. We have to teach another Pokemon Strength. Oh, Manectric can learn it? Oh, shit. I never knew that. I learned a lot doing this stuff. I really taught it to Swampert and didn't even look at Manectric, did I? I was gonna say that we have to go get a other thing out. We gotta go get Swalot. Probably gonna need to teach something Rock Smash too. And we need Flash for Victory Road. It's really annoying how many HMs you need for Victory Road, honestly. So where is the move tutor in this game? I think it might be Fall Arbor. Maybe. No, this is just the guy who wanted the fucking the thing. Yeah, there you go. Here you go. What? I don't even know what TM. Return? Oh, forget it. I don't think you get anything for this other than that TM. So no, it's not here. Is it? Yeah, here we go. It is here. Okay. Let's see what we can tutor out. Gen 3 move pools aren't exactly super diverse and great, so I'm not expecting a ton of stuff here. Nugget, Dark Skill. I mean, once we get to the actual Pokemon Center, we can fly back and delete all these garbage moves and try to learn something. Unfortunately, the only way to really get heart scales is to steal them from love discs constantly. Ancient powers. Slap. Yeah, I mean, that's about all we'd get. We're not exactly going to get a ton of great moves out of this. Later gens, they start, like, hiding good moves in Pokemon. But we're not going to get that here. Like, you could go to, like, people can learn, like, different fangs and stuff. Here, it's just pretty straightforward moves. The only thing maybe worth reteaching is, like, Slash. Maybe, I don't know, if you want to get rid of Bulk Up, maybe? Yeah, if we give it back Bulk Up. But, eh. Maybe, I don't know. Trying to think ahead, because Fire Blast isn't terrible, but maybe we could get the TM for Flamethrower? Because Flamethrower has more usages, that would make it just a little bit better. Alright, whatever. We need to, we need to go back here. And then maybe for the post-game, I'll do a couple of different things. Like, we'll catch the Reggies, we'll try to catch Latios. I mean, try to catch is a simple thing to say now. I mean, we've basically done everything in the game, kind of. Maybe check out Shoal Cave. We might need more repels. I know we're definitely going to need some, so I'm just going to get to Evergrande City. We'll fly back, and then we'll keep going forward. And then we'll just keep doing the same stuff over and over and over again. And then that is actually coming closer. I guess I didn't close the window. I really didn't then. God damn it. Let me get to the waterfall. What's nice about Evergrande City is that you can come over here. Oh shit! God damn it. You can come over here and you can get a Wailord if you fish long enough. They will just randomly one time spawn a Wailord. It's a very, 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 very rare drop though. Like just to even see. But that saves you a lot of time, and I didn't know that until very recently, I don't think. It was something I found out when I was like randomly playing on my other Emerald. And because you can skip the whole thing of having to level up a Wailord, yeah, this is it. It's this long pathway. Unfortunately, we will never see Mirage Island anymore on this. Mirage Island used to change every day, It's really a tragedy how rare it is. I did get there once, though. That was pretty cool. But it is one of those things that a bunch of people who played this game probably never saw. Which is actually tragic. Because I think they have that rare berry, and it's the only place you can find wild Wynots. And obviously, if you never get there, you can never do that. Okay. I don't remember how to get through here, so I'm going to probably need to use Flash. Probably need to teach a bunch of people shitty moves as well. So let's see here. We need to teach... Oops. We need to teach Flash. We need to teach Rock Smash. Do you know 3 moves? He knows Strength. There you go. You learn Rock Smash. Okay, I need to leave real quick. Fly back. I'm going to teach Strength to Lairon. And then I'll teach Flash to Manectric instead. That just makes more sense. In fact, can we just roll you? I bought a whole bunch of dolls and posters. Of course, I've also caught a bunch of Pokemon. I'm raising them properly, too. You're worried if I'm raising them properly? Oh, let's go. I love when rivals do this. It's the best feeling in the world. Wow. This is why Slash would be pretty good, honestly. Instead of Bulk Up. Ow, it hurts so much. That was probably the hardest thing on her team, honestly. What does she have? A Sceptile? I think after this, May quits being a trainer. She flat out never battles you again. It's Rival Battle 4, and then Wally becomes the true rival. Which is this really cool, like, way to mess around with stuff. I guess you never see her have a Sceptile then. Very nice. I actually wonder what other moves you can teach a Gen 3 Groudon. And no. Who cares? I think Kyogre just has a more flexible move pool, because you can teach it Ice Beam, Thunder, you know, Surf, you know, your choice of water-type moves, maybe even like one extra move. I think it even keeps Rest or something. Like, I think Kyogre just ends up being a little bit more flexible in what you can do with it. Okay. Stay salty. Yeah, I am. No, goodbye. What's over here? Lake Cove Museum. Oh, whatever. There might be like 1 or 2 items in there. I'm gonna use items properly. Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is the usual. I need to make sure I have escape ropes. It is possible to get trapped in this Victory Road. I remember that. I got trapped here on this original file. On this very cartridge, I got trapped in Victory Road. Because if you enter it from reverse, you can get to a point where if you don't have a Pokemon that knows Waterfall and Surf, you can't go any further and you get stuck. And the only way out is to literally struggle to death. What am I doing here? Fun times, really. don't need that. What do you sell? Nah, it's just Fire Blast. This is Thunder. And this is Blizzard. And this is Hyper Beam. And this is just Secret Base. Okay, we're done. There's not really much to get here. That's kind of why I didn't really rush to do it. It just is the most general place to buy pretty much any item in the game. Or if not any, at least most items. Did we teach him? No, we didn't. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll be all ready to do Victory Road. Yes. I didn't even know Manectra could learn Strength. Right, we're just waiting for him to gain another 2 levels. Get rid of Mud Slap. I'll teach him Earthquake later, once we're done with everything. And, for you, we teach Flash. There's no sections to dive, so it's whatever. This is why I usually have an HM slave do all this. Alright. And now, well, technically I also have a Pokemon that has Teleport now, so I shouldn't get trapped anyway, because I have Teleport. Alright, so Victory Road is, like most Pokemon games, the last thing that you have to do before you complete the game. It's very winding and has a bunch of different paths to go, and a lot of unavoidable trainers. In here, there's the final member of that one family, somewhere. I think he's more towards the end. I could probably get away with using Earthquake just to save Fire Blasts. Absolutely. Especially with the Soft Sand. I think that's like a 10% boost. 10% boost on top of a stab is pretty good. Okay. Normally I just try to feel my way around, but forget it. I need the light. Now, in later Pokemon games, using Flash just illuminates the whole floor. It doesn't just give you this bigger circle. This is exclusive to Ruby and Sapphire, if I'm not mistaken. I think even in Emerald it doesn't do this. I might be wrong, though. Which eventually is what led to Flash being removed as a move anyway, because it's kind of annoying. I'm getting closer to Pokemon League. I'm getting stage fright. I mean, I'd be quite frightened sitting inside of a cave all day, in the dark. Plus, you couldn't even really have Flash in the 3D games, could you? It wouldn't really work too well. Yeah, I probably should give him Backslash and just X attack anytime I need more power. Lairon? Oh no. Could have evolved too. Oh no. Easy mode. I love it. I just think Kyogre is more of a carry. I think having Thunders in Gloria is still better than having to deal with anything else. Because Solar Beams, I might get hit by like a random Surf. The Rain Dance could mess it up. So we'll see. Shouldn't be too impossible. I just have to make sure I plan it out right. Blaziken also kind of helps a bit more in my opinion. That's just in my opinion. Got it. Sometimes I think these are supposed to be Geodude encounters, but that's not happening here, I guess. Thankfully, you don't have to reapply at every floor. Someone who's better than you. Absolutely. And I'm better than you. It's kind of why I do want to play through Sapphire, but I'm not buying any more old Pokemon games. I bought quite a few in the last couple of months. I'm probably not buying any more. I'll just stick with this one. I mean, like, this is my original cartridge. I have the other new cartridge I bought over here on my desk. But I'm not buying any more Gen 3 games. Half the time, it's just flat out not worth the money either. Especially if the battery is dead, there's no point. These games have already been remade anyway, so there's literally extra no point. So I'm going to pretty much spend all this money on full restores. Alright, that's one repel. I think that's him, actually. So getting a little tired. Mawile? That's only steel in this gen. Okay, that's not terrible. We can actually waste a Fire Blast here. Just because, why not? There's no point in not doing it. Since we're not going to get any tutors or anything, we can trade these Pokemon around too. Sableye ability is what? It's not Levitate. It's got to be like Keen Eye? Yeah, it's not Levitate, that's for sure. Level 40. I probably should mute my phone. Just in case, sorry. Yeah, see, you can. I think it's coming back. That it's entering from reverse. No, I did it the wrong way. My bad. It's the other way around. There might be a hidden item on there. There's an item down here. Yeah, it's this guy. Train together with my whole family. It's him. What's his name? The W something? Vito. I forget what their family name was. These are the people north of Mauville. Oh no. Thank you for hitting. Groudon putting in some mega work. Kadabra. No one has an Alakazam, I don't think. I don't think anyone has Trait Evolution Pokemon in this game. I'm trying to think of all the Trait Evolution Pokemon. I don't think anyone has a Machamp. I don't think anyone has a Alakazam. I think it's only in Fire Red and Leaf Green when the Elite Four get their secondary version. That's when they start to have Trait Evolutions. Because there weren't very many Trait Evolutions introduced after Gen 1. There were like maybe 1 or 2 item Trait Evolutions in Gen 2. I think again in Gen 4 they added Porygon Z and maybe a couple other Pokemon. It was really in Gen 5 where they reintroduced just like flat out Trait Evolutions. They kind of made it a rarity, honestly. Oh shit, this is my last Fire Blast. I mean, grass doesn't resist ground because grass is a terrible type. So, anything really works. Okay. One full. You know, it's not really worth it. I mean, we got the experience, which is good for Lairon, but it's not really worth it. Yeah, it was right here. When I was younger, I got stuck, and I flat out could not get out of here at all. I remember this distinctly, because you have to be able to waterfall to get there and surf, and I couldn't do either. So maybe I came back this way. No, I didn't. It was the other way. I fell down the ledge. That ledge to the south there. I think there's like an exit that leads there and lets you bypass this. So that's not very fun. Yeah, I think this is the way out. It is, yeah. Made this far a couple of times, but the last stretch is so long. Edgar. Oh, look at this dude. Busting out the big Pokemon. Yeah, we're running out of power points here. Maybe grass does resist ground, actually. Never mind. Doesn't matter, but at least it does. And that's his only Pokemon. Never mind. Alright. I know Wally's coming up. Do we have any Leppa berries? Yes. What? Oh, check tag is the first option. Who cares? Let's actually save. Would rather not lose my hard-earned cash, because you can lose a fair chunk of money in this game. Guess who it is? Hi, Malcolm. I bet you're surprised to see me here. I made it all the way here, and it's all thanks to you. Losing you that time made me stronger, but I'm not going to lose anymore. I'm going to win for the Pokemon who gave me courage and strength. Here I come. He actually gets his own epic theme in the remakes. They gave Wally probably the most justice out of anyone. He goes from being just this little kid to basically being a legend. And he deserves it, honestly. This is probably one of his harder Pokemon. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed. Getting rid of Slash was a horrible mistake I should not have made. He's gonna totally heal off everything. That does even less. Oh, no. Excellent. Of course. What was it? Paralyze Heal? I totally even forgot what he put on me. It's Dragon Breath. With that low percentage to actually paralyze, it fucking gets it off. What I need is a Rock-type move, but I don't think there's any Rock-type TMs. I might have already wasted Roxanne's. If I didn't, I just didn't see it before. Of course you did. But a very special boy. Probably should reset. Just to teach it a better move than this. Even just like a normal physical move would probably help me more here. Because blasting him with Solar Beam is not going to be great. It's not going to be a good usage of anything. Basically praying for a critical hit at this point. I'm gonna heal next turn. I mean, technically, I don't need to. If I don't miss and he doesn't... Oh, you piece of shit! Really? It's actually really interesting when the AI determines it needs to withdraw. I think that's actually really cool on some levels, but it's like a really weird counterplay. I'm gonna try to use Mega Drain or some shit. Giga Drain. This might actually hurt. Yeah, that's a pretty decent amount of damage. What I need is an Ice type, which means I need to get Snow Run. But that's not gonna happen, which is also nice and out of Fire Blasts. Alright, very nice. Altaria, wow. He actually kind of screwed himself because he lost his stat boosts. And we outspeed it? Oh yeah, because he used a Dragon Dance. Yeah, I should have taught it. Bulk Up is not a bad move, but I think I would get more mileage out of having 4 attack moves instead of trying to boost 2 special moves, because it's only going to boost my Earthquake. I would teach it Strength, but I feel like that would make somebody mad somewhere. Magneton. Can't hate, he has a more well-rounded team than I do. Alright, we can level him up with the Rare Candy. And Gardevoir. They kind of retconned it a little bit. He has a Galad and Oranas, which he Mega Evolves too, which is extra cool. Wow, you're really strong after all. Couldn't beat you today, but one of these days I'll catch up to you. Yeah, and you can fight him eventually. Is there a waterfall here? No. I forget what game it was where there's a waterfall there. This is the one Pokemon Trade Center, or one Poké Center where there is no Trade Center. I think in almost any Pokemon game. They just didn't put it here for Ruby and Sapphire, but it's here in Emerald. So they realized they forgot it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is we need to leave now and delete all these moves. And I don't know, try to slap as many moves that are worthwhile as we can. I don't really think anyone is going to be able to help us for the end of the game. Why did I do Fortree? There's flat out nothing to be done on Fortree. Let it go. And then I have to go to Fallover and relearn Slash. Which might be a waste, you could argue that, but I think it'll be fine. For you, we forget Strength. Altaria. No, we don't need to forget Fly. Oops. We'll probably just get rid of Sing, but I really don't want to get rid of Sing. For you, we get rid of Rock Smash. kind of also get rid of Waterfall, right? I don't think we need Waterfall anymore. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Like, what else are we going to use for Waterfall? I don't know if any of the Braille things require it. I'm just going to look up the solutions to those. I'm not translating them. Literally, that's just going to take too much time. So I'm just going to look them up, which probably means I'm not going to do that today. Do we have the rare candy in the bag if the D-pad will work? No, I don't. I gotta go get it. Instead of making life super difficult for myself. And then maybe, if I have any trouble trying to beat the Elite Four, I'll grind a little bit. Probably only going to grind a few Pokemon, though. It's kind of why I'm not a huge fan of Swampert. It's good. It's not amazing, though. Yeah. Ancient Power wouldn't be terrible. We'll take Backslash. Okay. Like I said, the only way to get heart scales is to steal them from Love Discs if they have them. That's its own can of worms I'd rather not do. It's definitely not fun to farm, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. See, now there's a difference in where you can fly to. I always do this by mistake. Anything in here that'll help? Probably the Ethers. Max Ethers as well. The Max Revive will be good. Probably won't need that. Or Candy. Oh, there's no more room. We don't have any Dark-type moves we're going to use, right? Yeah, so... just get rid of one thing real quick. Well, everything in here is kind of good. Let's just, let's put the escape rope away. We won't need that anymore. We probably never needed it, honestly. Since we had a Pokemon with... well, no, we did for the Cave of Origin. It's kind of dumb in that regard, but whatever. There you go. Skip that so we can just evolve you. It's a pretty late evolution for both of Aron's evolutions. Because you basically need to get it to 28 and then 42. I don't know if he learns anything. And the rest of this is just here because it'll be helpful. Yeah, I could buy a couple full restores. I mean, if I lose, I don't really lose any money now. So at least that's the good thing. Beyond this point, only those trainers who have collected all the gym badges are permitted to enter. They don't go through it one by one, they just calculate if you have all 8. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I don't particularly want to grind at this exact moment.